Justin Tucker should have made NFL Top 100 Players list with Lamar Jackson taking the no. 1 spot on the NFL Top 100 Players of 2020 and the Ravens tied with a league-high 7 players on the list. There's ample reason for Ravens fans to feel good about the rankings. But part of the fun is picking it apart and finding the snubs, am I right? Left tackle Ronnie Stanley, no. 74, and cornerback Marlon Humphrey, no. 86 probably should have been higher, and one could argue that outside linebacker Matthew Judon and tight end Mark Andrews belonged on the list. Perhaps the most egregious error, though, is the exclusion of kicker Justin Tucker. While Tucker's omission is glaring, it's not surprising. Despite being the most accurate kicker in NFL history, history was not on Tucker's side. Since the inception of the NFL Top 100 Players in 2011, Adam Vinatieri, no. 98 in 2015 is the only kicker to make the list, which is determined by votes from players. Who does Justin Tucker have to kick to get a vote around here? Wrote NFL.com's Jeremy Bergman, who identified Tucker not making the list as one of 5 things voters got wrong. The greatest kicker of his generation gets no respect from his peers, year in and year out, in this exercise. Ellipsis. Coming off his second straight first-team All-Pro season, and third in 4 years, Tucker should at least warrant some consideration from the board. Not only did Tucker not make the list, he wasn't even close to doing so. NFL Network revealed the top 10 players who just missed the cut, and Tucker was not among them. Judon was no. 107. Thanks to the Ravens leading the league in touchdowns in 2019, Tucker made the fewest field goals of his 8-year career in 2019, but his 96.6 field goal percentage, 28 for 29, was his second highest. Sure, it wasn't his showiest year, I'll give you that, Bergman wrote. But it's hard to blame him for making his lone 50-plus yard attempt when his team is scoring touchdowns all damn day. Bergman also made the case that the man who delivers the ball to Tucker, Pro Bowl long snapper Morgan Cox, also should have been considered for the list. On a side note, right guard Marshal Yanda was slated to be no. 87 had he not retired. Meanwhile, Touchdown Wire did NFL Network's list one better by ranking the top 101 players in the NFL. Tucker didn't make that list either, as kickers weren't even considered. The 7 Ravens who did make it were, Jackson, no. 11, Stanley, no. 13, safety Earl Thomas III, no. 72, cornerback Marcus Peters, no. 80, defensive end Calais Campbell, no. 90, Humphrey, no. 94, and Andrews, no. 95. There was plenty of debate about Jackson being ranked at no. 1, particularly 3 spots ahead of Super Bowl MVP Patrick Mahomes. Jackson even said he expected to be in the top 5, but not no. 1, specifically mentioning Mahomes and Panthers running back Christian McCaffrey. Lamar Jackson had no.